just arrived. This is how it comes packaged. So nice and secure. Got a leaflet here. It's got the XT60 connector. Yeah. So this is a beast of a battery. That's the 48 volt, 20 amp hour, so it should have good range. So you've got your two keys there, tape to the front to unlock it from the battery base. I like the design of the battery base. There's plenty of slots there to get you to fit it onto your frame. Sometimes you have to reverse them when you've only got two slots, so that should fit on my frame pretty well, hopefully. So there you've got your battery checker. So once you switch it on, you should be able to check your battery power by pressing that button in. So I think that indicates 50% power with two greens, but I'll put it on screen from the website, from the KirbEbike website. So when you connect that battery, I would say make sure it's switched off, because you're going to get an arc, or you might get a surge. So when you connect it each time, if you're taking off the bike, the battery bases, make sure it's switched off, because on connection, yeah, you're going to keep getting a spark on that. So that's the battery. Some other goodies in here. I think this is, yeah, it's like a Velcro wallet to tidy up the cables. So that's a good thing to have, because there's going to be excess cable. And finally, we should have the charger in here. Yeah. So I've already got my cable, got my UK 3-pin plug ready for this. It's a power connector for the battery, which, yeah, I think you just got a rubber bung which comes out. Yeah, just a rubber bung there, you can see it. It just keeps the water out. It's a good idea. So this is a 2 amp charger. So this 2 amp charger is going to take 10 hours to charge this battery, because it's 20 amp hour. You can get the 4 amp chargers, so they'll take 5 hours. Yeah, so that's not bad. Unlock it like that, and it will slide off. So that's your battery connectors. Just lithium ion battery, 48 volt, 20 amp. I'm pretty sure they use LG cells, so a high quality cell. So these batteries should give you about 1,000 cycles, or up to 1,000 cycles, if you take care of them. Obviously it's the way you treat them, the way you charge them, and how you leave them. So yeah. And as I said before, this is a good base plate, because you've got all these options to secure it to your frame. So hopefully on my bike it should work out nicely. Okay, so if you are connecting the light set, if you did buy the light set with it, you're just looking to disconnect the wire which has the throttle attached to it, and you've got the LCD and your 2 brake sensors. Yeah, so it's this cable you need to disconnect. And when you're connecting any of these cables, some of them have like lines, so the arrow has to meet the line. I'll put a picture up now of how that should look, so you make sure they're pushed together properly. Others don't. Smaller ones, yeah, they don't have the lines, and the one you're going to disconnect for the lights doesn't have the line. So yeah, just be a case of pulling that one out, pushing this one in here, and then the accessory cable, the throttle, the LCD and the brake cut-off sensors will then just go into this one. Just line up the arrows again, like so, and push it together. So then you will have your light kit. You could probably test this now. So make sure it's switched off. As you can see, the indicator's working. That's the brake light, which would work once you've got your brake sensors on. So everything's working. That's your light. 4 LEDs, really bright, super bright LEDs. So that will go on your bars that way. Your indicator, left and right, and like I said, the brake light will actually start working once you've got those sensors on your brakes, your brake sensors. The lights are working. We can check the LCD at the same time. We could plug that in. So to change it from kilometers an hour to miles per hour, you just turn it on and hold the up and down arrows for 5 seconds. You've got your limit, it's your maximum speed limit. Anything that will go any higher, no. No, so that's set. Then you've got your wheel dimension, 27.5, that's correct. And the next one down is miles per hour, kilometers an hour. So if you're in the UK, miles per hour is set to 1. So you just press the middle button if you want to change it. So that's kilometers an hour, 0. 1 is miles per hour, then you push your middle button to accept it. Then again. And don't touch anything else. And that's it. And hold the middle button in and it goes back to the home screen. So now you can see it's miles per hour. So we'll now turn that off, hold the middle button in. Switch the battery off. Okay, so you've got put your bracket for your, make sure you don't lose these 2 screws. I believe the bracket goes in that way, yeah. So you've got a little cut out there. Put the screws in. Okay, so that's on. So this just undoes totally, so you'd have to remove the grips for this, but you do for the rest of the controls. You'll have to remove the grips and move things along. So we also have these rubber spaces for different handlebars. These spaces just go in like this if you've got smaller handlebars. So yeah, that's all done. Ready to go on the bike now. So the next stage is getting to test the actual wheel. We just do an initial test, hooking up the battery to the hub motor, and we'll have the display and we'll test the throttle. So that'll be the next stage to this test.